to Paradise Now, Dialogues with the Mother. My name is Sanda Davis, and I'm happy to guide you through the best time of your life. Learning about Paradise on Earth would teach you how to enhance your quality of life, your longevity, how to enhance the joy of living, and how to understand the importance of the great change that the entire world is going through. In the first part of the show, I will present to you the difference between the way things used to be, in a very graphic, very brief presentation, the way things used to be when the Earth was surrounded with specific factors like darkness, and you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. The change that occurred since we are now already left the darkness behind and we are heading towards the best conditions for life on Earth, the best abilities to deal with the problems that we have, and the best opportunities for you all to see and enjoy. We are heading towards an ascension with the Earth. We are not living the Earth. The quality of life, it's actually the Earth makes it possible. We're heading towards an ascension where we enter a new range of longevity. You'll see details as we go. This show is more than a one show. This is an invitation to the most amazing journey that you can think of. After the fourth show, you'll all be invited to send your questions and to participate through Skype, through email, through phone calls, and I'll be happy to answer your questions on the show. In today's show, after the presentation of what's happening right now, where is the Earth right now, and what are we surrounded by, in the second part of the show, we'll have Chris Burkett and Natalie Wang present songs that are totally pertinent and totally consistent with what we are talking about now. And they will talk to you about their project, which is the Age of Awakening. Evidently, a lot of awakening is happening. And we have a whole movement that is Paradise led, that is the Age of Awakening. We all have to wake up and enjoy the beautiful changes and the good things to come. Every Saturday morning, we want to talk to you and we want to hear from you. Thank you.
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸਟਾਰ ਲੇਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਟਿਕਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। कॉल करो 416 230 4000 416 230 4000 स्टारलैंड पेंटिंग। अपनी कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी बेचनी या खरीदनी है तो बचित्र सैनी का नाम हमेशा याद रखो। 416 937 5000 416 937 5000 ਤੇ कॉल कर सकते हो।
स्टीवन फर्नीचर ते लग चुकी है वसाखी बंपर सेल। वुडन क्वीन साइज बेडरूम सेट ओनली 1199 सेव 800। डिजाइनर सेक्शनल सोफा सेट ओनली 1499 सेव 1000। सॉलिड वुड डाइनिंग सेट ओनली 1699 सेव 900। क्वीन साइज मैट्रेस सेट ओनली 199 सेव 300। स्टीवन फर्नीचर ते इस वसाखी बंपर सेल विच जरूर आओ, ज्यादा तो ज्यादा डॉलर बचाओ। आप सब नू वसाखी दियां लख लख वधाइयां।
स्टीवनस फर्नीचर।
ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਭਾਰ ਘਟਾਉਣ ਲਈ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ? ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਲਦੀ weight loss products by ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ। ਖੁਦ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਮਾਇਆ 100% ਇਫੈਕਟਿਵ।
ਥੈਂਕਸ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਭਾਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਟਾਇਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਮੋਰ ਫਿਟ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਪੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਭਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ ਨੂੰ 4166027479 ਰੀਸ਼ੇਪ ਯੋਰ ਬਾਡੀ ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਯੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ।
ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 6474446744 647 444 6744।
There's never been a better time than this one for all of you to learn about the things that I'll be presenting to you. You are all aware of the fact that there's a big change in the world. You all know that something is there and you wonder what it is. Looking at what's happening, you look at the news and it looks like it's never been so much trouble. It's never been so important to make the right choices, and that's absolutely true. The trouble that you see on the news is only a small segment of what's happening in the world. You don't see how great things really are and what a great foundation we have for the best future possible. So you hear me talking about Paradise Now and you go like, where's paradise? Look at those people shooting. Those people shooting do not describe everybody on the planet, do not describe everybody who really cares about their children, about their neighbors, about the planet, and about all the wonderful things that they engage to. That's on the one hand. On the other hand, you are not aware, or most people are not aware, of the dimensional change, of the fact that what is happening in the unseen is better than ever, and actually what is prepared for all people is prepared for the best future possible. And this is exactly what I'll be talking to you about. I will use the drawing board because I do believe that an image speaks 1,000 words, and I'll try to save some of the words and help you with the image. I will tell you first how things were before the big shift that already happened. You keep waiting for the big thing to happen, it happened. So look how things were before. My drawing and my writing are absolutely primitive, but that's exactly what you need at the foundation of the very simple drawing. Okay, so if this is the Earth, and everything in the scene is trying to affect the Earth, trying to influence the Earth, from heavenly things to many other processes helping the Earth to survive and to continue, and also trying to put a lot of hurdles. So if this is the Earth, you would imagine, I put it in a space somewhere there, but some call it underworld, some call it heaven away, and we don't really realize how close all of these are to us. But if this is the Earth, we used to have hell, the worst of places, where everything was being in extreme pain. We used to have some semblance of very inefficient purgatory that was not very different from hell. And heaven above, remember, this is a representation. The way things are interacting is much more intricate, but this is a simple way of explaining it. And here's heaven above. Every good being from the earth, as their life would be ending, they would rather want to be here than to be here or there. So they'll use their lives on earth to prepare themselves to go there. Now, what was going in the upper realms? Their soul, if it was good, it would go to the light. If it was consistent with the light, it would go to the light. And then their spirit would go to places that belong to the spirit world. So the soul would go in one place, the spirit would go in another place. Pretty much spirit and soul were separate. And then, for those people that believe in coming back to Earth again and having another chance and another life, some religions have it as a process, and some really experience that, and for some that does not exist or they don't approve it. I'm not talking religion, I'm talking the dynamic of what we're dealing with. So this is a simple way of putting. So hell, purgatory, heaven, and earth. And people said, no, I don't want to go there. They'll say, I don't want to go there, I want to go there. Be there, and I'll be meeting my family from those that left ahead, they'll be waiting, and we'll communicate, and in our prayers we know that our beloved are in a better place. It's the soul, it's not the whole person, it's not the whole of what was lost when life was lost, but there's something that's most important that survives, that would be in heaven. On earth, there are also ways of living that were so extreme that there were 9 living hells. We had 9 living hells on earth. And those 9 living hells were the hell of addiction, the hell of infirmity, the hell of violence, of prisons, of war. We'll describe those another time. My emphasis right now is for you to understand where we came from and how we go to the next design, to the shift to a much better unseen environment. Because heaven was not very happy with what was happening on earth, and they are sending all sorts of apocalyptic messages, kind of, you straighten up your act or you'll disappear. Straighten up your act or you'll disappear. Purgatory was saying, well, more for me. And hell was not interested in anybody's correction, therefore they were interfering, they were intervening into the possibility, or they were just in the way of the possibility of people recovering. So those who are very much connected to hell, they are in living hells on earth. Those who are in a tough kind of hellish purgatory, they had lives that were so and so with an effort of being cleansed, and the other ones, blessed, peaceful, trying their best with faith, or more faith, or a lot of faith, that they would keep themselves, they would have a trust that they'll go somewhere there where it's much better. Now, that is one scenario. Keep this in mind to understand how big is the change since heaven was not very nice to the earth, purgatory didn't care for us to correct our ways, and hell didn't want us to correct our ways. So, and the earth was having a lot of trouble. Now I'll tell you a secret. Earth was, is, and will always be paradise. Question is, how many people of the earth are really in the paradise dimensions of the earth? Because paradise never went anywhere. Earth did not lose paradise. People were not in tune with paradise. Not by their fault, there were a lot of influences. But now we'll be looking at the way things changed. How come people have become aware and in touch with the paradise dimensions, and with all the change that would give a much better chance for a much better life, better, longer, more prosperous, and all the good things that we dreamed of. In the next segment, I will explain to you the way the paradise environment is now.
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸਟਾਰ ਲੇਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਟਿਕਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਨੇ। ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 416 230 4000 416 230 4000 ਸਟਾਰਲਿਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਵੇਚਣੀ ਜਾਂ ਖਰੀਦਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਬਚਿੱਤਰ ਸੈਣੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ। 416 937 5000 416 937 5000 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਲੱਗ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਬੰਪਰ ਸੇਲ। ਵੁਡਨ ਕੁਈਨ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਬੈਡਰੂਮ ਸੈਟ ਓਨਲੀ 1199 ਸੇਵ 800। डिजाइनर सेक्शनल सोफा सेट only 1499 save 1000। solid wood dining set only 1699 save 900। queen size mattress set only 199 save 300। ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਬੰਪਰ ਸੇਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਰੂਰ ਆਓ, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਡਾਲਰ ਬਚਾਓ। ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ।
Stevens Furniture।
ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਾਰਕ ਟੌਲ ਲਈ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ? ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਲਦੀ weight loss products by ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ। ਖੁਦ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਮਾਇਆ 100% ਇਫੈਕਟਿਵ।
ਥੈਂਕਸ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਭਾਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਟਾਇਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਮੋਰ ਫਿਟ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਪੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਭਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ ਨੂੰ 4166 602 7479। ਰੀਸ਼ੇਪ ਯੋਰ ਬਾਡੀ, ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਯੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ।
ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 444 6744 647 444 6744।
Welcome back. In this segment, I will tell you a little bit more about how things are now. In the previous segment, I was telling you how it used to be when the earth was surrounded by places that I described and I will not mention again, but they had a lot of battles going on. And we had to make sure that we work hard to keep the earth in one piece and to be able to keep the future the way it needs to be. Since we already had a treasure here with Paradise Earth and a lot of paradise beings that are here for the infinite, for a wonderful future. What we're dealing with at this time, in the context of what I briefly call the kingdom, which is the kingdom of God, what we're dealing now in the context of the kingdom is, for a brief period of time, we have the help of a very helpful purgatory. That gives power to people to get free of things that they cannot get free of. Let's say an addiction that one cannot quit. If they choose to quit, then the divine power of purgatory will just cleanse them of that. There's human work for that, and there is divine work. If one goes into a detox, for instance, and they'll work hard there, and the power helps them, instead of having to go all of their lives over and over and over to detox in between episodes of falling off the wagon, they would actually feel good enough to be in the kingdom and on the way to paradise. Paradise on earth is a fourth dimensional condition where the divine element in people is uniting with the divine elements from their higher level. I expressed it as divine levels from above, as from their own higher levels, divinely assisted. Paradise on earth opens possibilities that I will be talking about in the next segment, and gives people the future that people as more than flesh and bones, people as complex universal beings, cosmic beings, divine beings, will find the possibility to break out of the cycles that took everybody through the same things, like there's nothing new under the sun, and then it all opens, and the divine light takes everybody into a continuity that gives them a future that has been planned from the beginning. The beginning of all creations had planned for the infinite. We just had to get to that point. And I'll tell you more about paradise in the next segment.
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸਟਾਰ ਲੇਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਟਿਕਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। कॉल करो 416 230 4000 416 230 4000 स्टारलाइन पेंटिंग।
अपनी कोई भी प्रॉपर्टी बेचनी या खरीदनी है तो बचित्र श्रेणी का नाम हमेशा याद रखो 416 937 5000 416 937 5000 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਲੱਗ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਬੰਪਰ ਸੇਲ। ਵੁਡਨ ਕੁਈਨ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਬੈਡਰੂਮ ਸੈਟ ਓਨਲੀ 1199 ਸੇਵ 800। डिजाइनर सेक्शनल सोफा सेट ओनली 1499 save 1000। solid wood dining set only 1699 save 900। queen size mattress set only 199 save 300। ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਬੰਪਰ ਸੇਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਰੂਰ ਆਓ, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਡਾਲਰ ਬਚਾਓ। ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ।
ਸਟੀਵਨਸ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ।
ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਾਰਕ ਟੋਲ ਲਈ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ? ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਲਦੀ weight loss products by ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ। ਖੁਦ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਮਾਇਆ 100% ਇਫੈਕਟਿਵ।
ਥੈਂਕਸ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਭਾਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਟਾਇਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਮੋਰ ਫਿਟ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਪੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਭਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ ਨੂੰ 416 602 7479। ਰੀਸ਼ੇਪ ਯੋਰ ਬਾਡੀ, ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਯੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ।
ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 444 6744 647 444 6744।
July 30th, so if you want to look that up, if you missed that, you want to hear what I was saying there, and to hear the music. I was telling you then that the earth used to be surrounded by roaring forces that were attacking the earth, and we had to have a spiritual conflict, to say the least. We had multiple tensions, multiple wars at the spiritual level in order to bring the shift that has already been produced, that allowed the earth to activate to connect the paradise dimensions to the people that were paradise ready. So right now we have the same population of the earth connected to 3 different dimensions: paradise, purgatory, and kingdom. I will explain to you in the 3rd segment of this show what is the difference between paradise, kingdom, and purgatory in more clear terms, in clear terms that are relevant to you. Right now, I just want to let you know that the way things are on earth right now, in the unseen, that God's the way we evolve, is the best way that we could ever hope for. Now we have to change on earth. We have to learn how to become more paradise compatible, how to become more kingdom efficient, and how to deal with the purgatory. On earth, once again, if this was the earth, then the multiple dimensions are of paradise and of the kingdom are actually on earth. The paradise itself is more towards the future side of the earth. Purgatory is outside the earth, because what needs to be cleansed is not to touch the earth's atmosphere. the remnants of tough things that people have a hard time separating, being free of, are happening in dimensions that are outside the Earth's atmosphere. They cannot affect the Earth's atmosphere anymore. But the paradise is growing and growing and uniting with the kingdom, while purgatory will be extinguished. We have the privilege of having purgatory as a helper. It's not a punishing place like in the previous presentation. It's not a punishing place. It's not a difficult and painful correction. It is all the help that you can get from people and from the divine to get rid of something that holds you back from being kingdom compatible or paradise compatible, so you could have a long and healthy life on earth, and so that we could all live in much more harmony on earth. So without the purgatory, some people would perish. They wouldn't be able to correct themselves. They don't have the strength. They need the help of people, and they need the divine help to be able to be free of addictions, for example, free of severe conditions, free of chronic lying. There are very specific things that require purgatory, but then when it's finished, it's finished. And if I had a sponge, I would erase this, but the sponge is across and I'm not interrupting now. I'm just saying that kingdom and paradise would be united in about a year. There'll be a quality difference for people in kingdom and for people in paradise, but they will be united, and all the resources of the kingdom of God on earth, regardless of religions, and all the resources of paradise will reveal a quality of human life that would prepare us all for an amazing future that's already here. It's already happening. In the next segment, I will tell you more about kingdom, paradise, and purgatory so you understand more.
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸਟਾਰ ਲੇਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਟਿਕਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। कॉल करो 416 230 4000 416 230 4000 स्टारलाइन पेंटिंग।
ਆਪਣੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਵੇਚਣੀ ਜਾਂ ਖਰੀਦਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਬਚਿੱਤਰ ਸੈਣੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ। 416 937 5000 416 937 5000 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
स्टीवन फर्नीचर ते लग चुकी है वसाखी बंपर से वुडन क्वीन साइज बेडरूम सेट ओनली 1199 सेव 800, डिजाइनर सेक्शनल सोफा सेट ओनली 1499 सेव 1000, सॉलिड वुड डाइनिंग सेट ओनली 1699 सेव 900, क्वीन साइज मैट्रेस सेट ओनली 199 सेव 300। स्टीवन फर्नीचर ते इस वसाखी बंपर सेल विच जरूर आओ, ज्यादा तो ज्यादा डॉलर बचाओ। आप सब नू वसाखी दियां लख लख वधाइयां।
स्टीवन's फर्नीचर। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਾਰਕ ਟੌਲ ਲਈ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ? ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਲਦੀ weight loss products ਬਾਈ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ। ਖੁਦ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਮਾਇਆ 100% ਇਫੈਕਟਿਵ।
ਥੈਂਕਸ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਭਾਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਟਾਇਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਮੋਰ ਫਿਟ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਪੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਭਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ ਨੂੰ 4166 602 7479। ਰੀਸ਼ੇਪ ਯੋਰ ਬਾਡੀ, ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਯੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ।
ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 444 6744 647 444 6744।
Thank you for joining us again. We have in studio Chris and Natalie, and they will be singing songs that are totally connected to the previous segments. I was talking about the fact that things are different, that the Earth is surrounded by a totally different dynamic from the divine point of view. And now it depends on all of us to make paradise obvious. There is a great movement in the world heading towards paradise, everybody at their place, everybody in their way. And great initiatives. Now Chris Burkett has a wonderful initiative, totally vital, and it is the Age of Awakening. Indeed, you will see that the cosmic clock that I will talk to you about at a future show has a point of awakening. You have to wake up. Then you hear, we are asleep, we are slumber, we don't know what's going on. We have to wake up to the reality. And we'll wake up to a very good reality, to very good people who do their best, very creative people that are fighting in a loving and creative way. They are fighting for continuum rather than accepting the apocalypse, all the forms of the apocalypse that I was mentioning at some point, all the form of the apocalypse that were coming from the different traditions that didn't know the solution. They didn't know that paradise is the solution. All religions that have wonderful revelations that connect people to the divine level that they are ready for. Religion for the soul, spirituality for the spirit, we'll see that they all come to a point where they have an apocalypse. We'll talk about those details, about the different types of apocalypse in future shows to understand that we have surpassed them. So here is Chris thinking and creating and singing that we are past the darkness. We have to stop behaving as if we are in the darkness. We are past the darkness. We just have to increase the light in all the colors, like you're singing, right? Yeah. So I would love to let Chris and Natalie talk about their work for the Age of Awakening, which would culminate, in my view, in the great celebration of paradise, when everybody will know that we made it. We are here. We already is behind the critical point. We are making it better and better, and it will become obvious to the point where we'll celebrate paradise. So yes, Chris, tell us about Age of Awakening.
Well, the Age of Awakening is essentially came about. There was a musical a few years ago called Hair, and they talked about the age of Aquarius. The whole constellation, the whole cosmos that we live in is moving into a new energy in the universe. And I call this the Age of Awakening because I believe that humanity will become conscious in a real sense, even if we aren't aware of it. I think it's going to happen anyway. And so the idea of the Age of Awakening, it's a foundation called the Age of Awakening. It has two aspects. One aspect is it's based on a humanitarian project whereby I will be traveling around with a team of people around the world, capturing music from diverse cultures, especially in poor, impoverished cultures. And we'll be making a video, we'll be showing how this culture, how these villages, if you like, around the world, how they live, but also the music from that culture will speak volumes. And this will be part of the foundation, will be to capture this and put the money from the videos and the music back into the community to improve the community. And the second aspect of Age of Awakening will be a musical, which is, the musical is essentially, will be talking about the fact that humanity is moving into a new conscious age. And I have songs already written which support this idea. We're going to start with the song Wake Up, which we play on the show. And this song will be a chronological movement from the time when the First Nation people handed over their land to the white colonialists, and with a warning that we should be careful about industrial, non-sustainable development. And we see this warning becoming more apparent now because we are getting signs from Mother Nature herself about in the shape of global climate change, global warming, etc. And but the whole point of the musical is a message of hope, because we are now in a transition into the new age of awakening, and this transition by itself is just like birth. It invokes a certain amount of chaos and suffering, but the end result is a beautiful one. And the end result is that we will actually be moving into this new age of consciousness. So it's a message of hope, and that's the point of the musical.
Yes, so it's the fulfillment of that hope is paradise on earth and universal paradise.
Yeah.
And I understand that you do believe that, you know, that we learn to uncover paradise. What is your view on paradise?
Well, I believe that the universe has a plan for everyone, and we are actually one as a species. I think you know, we can see it repeated in history over and over again. We get lost together, and then we find ourselves again together, and I think we're coming back to like a full circle now that we've encountered so much, and we're starting to wake up one more time.
And the beauty of it is that this time we are not turning into circles, we don't repeat patterns, we hold everything that we've learned and we continue to evolve and to fulfill more. We don't have like the empires or the cultures that rise and crush. We rise with everything good that we've achieved throughout the whole history, through a whole time, and we go forth with better achievements. And on that note, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm looking forward for the next segments where we'll all have the chance to listen to your songs.
Thank you.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you.
A joy for me to have you here.
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸਟਾਰ ਲੇਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਟਿਕਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 416 230 4000 416 230 4000 ਸਟਾਰਲੈਂਡ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ।
ਆਪਣੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਵੇਚਣੀ ਜਾਂ ਖਰੀਦਣੀ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਬਚਿੱਤਰ ਸੈਣੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ। 416 937 5000 416 937 5000 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
स्टीवन फर्नीचर ते लग चुकी है वसाखी बंपर सेल। वुडन क्वीन साइज बेडरूम सेट ओनली 1199 सेव 800। डिजाइनर सेक्शनल सोफा सेट ओनली 1499 सेव 1000। सॉलिड वुड डाइनिंग सेट ओनली 1699 सेव 900। क्वीन साइज मैट्रेस सेट ओनली 199 सेव 300। स्टीवन फर्नीचर ते इस वसाखी बंपर सेल विच जरूर आओ, ज्यादा तो ज्यादा डॉलर बचाओ। आप सब नू वसाखी दियां लख लख वधाइयां।
स्टीवंस फर्नीचर। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਾਰਕ ਟੌਲ ਲਈ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ? ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਲਦੀ weight loss products by ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ। ਖੁਦ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਮਾਇਆ 100% ਇਫੈਕਟਿਵ।
ਥੈਂਕਸ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਭਾਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਟਾਇਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਮੋਰ ਫਿਟ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਪੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਭਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ ਨੂੰ 4166 602 7479। ਰੀਸ਼ੇਪ ਯੋਰ ਬਾਡੀ, ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਯੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ।
ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 444 6744 647 444 6744।
Hello everybody, thank you for watching us again. We have today in studio Chris and Natalie. Chris.
Hi everybody. Hi Mum and Dad. My name is Chris Burkett. I'm a singer-songwriter, record producer, and Sanda has invited me here to do some songs and to talk a little bit about Paradise Now.
Hi, I'm Natalie, and I'm here with Chris, and I've been playing with him quite a lot these days, and I'm very happy to be here.
So what do you plan to sing for us today?
I'm going to start with a song called Fly. This is a very important song. It is on my last album, which I recorded and mixed in Paris, France. And this song was inspired by my work in the south of France, in Languedoc region. There's an ancient culture down there that had gender equality between male and females. In other words, they had female priests and male priests. They weren't necessarily a religion, it was a way of life, but they practiced compassion, love, and they would go to villages and work just for food. So it was much more than a religion. It was a compassionate structure. So they're called the Cathars, Cathars, and they're very there are monuments in the south of France to these people that exist even now. So this song is called Fly, and the reason I called it Fly is because the Cathar symbol was the white dove. It's the symbol of freedom, freedom of faith, freedom to believe what is in your heart. So the song goes a bit like this. Are you ready, maestro? What I'm trying to say is make a new direction. You said nothing changes underneath the heavens. Turn on the light. The age of darkness is over now, and those old ideas are gonna drag you down, and maybe we can learn to fly, and maybe we can fly together, and maybe I believe in light. Light is every color falling from the sky. Shine on one another. Turn on the light for the one you love. The age of darkness is over now, and those old ideas are gonna drag you down. So maybe we can learn to fly, and maybe we can fly together, and maybe we can learn to fly. together, and maybe we can learn to fly. All right. We can learn to fly.
ਆਪਣੇ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਨਾਲ ਕਮਾਏ ਡਾਲਰ ਦਾ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਰੇਟ ਲੈਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੱਥੋਂ ਭੇਜਣੇ ਆ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਮੰਗਾਉਣੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ 416 731 7710 416 731 7710 ਅਪਰਾ ਟ੍ਰੇਡਿੰਗ। ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰ ਜਾਂ ਬਿਜ਼ਨਸ ਨੂੰ ਪੇਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਨਾਮ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸਟਾਰ ਲੇਨ ਪੇਂਟਿੰਗ, ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਪਿਛਲੇ 15 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਤਜਰਬਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਘਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਮਿਸ ਨਹੀਂ ਪਾਉਂਦੇ। ਸਮਾਨ ਮੂਵ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੁਬਾਰਾ ਸਮਾਨ ਟਿਕਾ ਕੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ। कॉल करो 416 230 4000 416 230 4000 स्टारलाइन पेंटिंग।
ਆਪਣੀ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਵੇਚਣੀ ਜਾਂ ਖਰੀਦਣੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਬਚਿੱਤਰ ਸੈਣੀ ਦਾ ਨਾਮ ਹਮੇਸ਼ਾ ਯਾਦ ਰੱਖੋ। 416 937 5000 416 937 5000 ਤੇ ਕਾਲ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ।
ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਲੱਗ ਚੁੱਕੀ ਹੈ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਬੰਪਰ ਸੇਲ। ਵੁਡਨ ਕੁਈਨ ਸਾਈਜ਼ ਬੈਡਰੂਮ ਸੈਟ ਓਨਲੀ 1199 ਸੇਵ 800। डिजाइनर सेक्शनल सोफा सेट ओनली 1499 save 1000। सॉलिड वुड डाइनिंग सेट ओनली 1699 save 900। क्वीन साइज मैट्रेस सेट ओनली 199 save 300। ਸਟੀਵਨ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ ਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਬੰਪਰ ਸੇਲ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਰੂਰ ਆਓ, ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੋਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਡਾਲਰ ਬਚਾਓ। ਆਪ ਸਭ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਸਾਖੀ ਦੀਆਂ ਲੱਖ ਲੱਖ ਵਧਾਈਆਂ।
ਸਟੀਵਨਸ ਫਰਨੀਚਰ। ਕੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਆਪਣਾ ਪਾਰਕ ਟੋਲ ਲਈ ਸਭ ਕੁਝ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰ ਚੁੱਕੇ ਹੋ? ਫਿਰ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਦੇ ਅਮੇਜ਼ਿੰਗ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਲਦੀ weight loss products by ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ। ਖੁਦ ਤੇ ਆਜ਼ਮਾਇਆ 100% ਇਫੈਕਟਿਵ।
ਥੈਂਕਸ ਟੂ ਦਿਸ ਨੈਚੁਰਲ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਟ। ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਟਰਾਈ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਮੈਂ ਆਪਣਾ 100 ਪਾਉਂਡ ਭਾਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਟਾਇਆ, ਆਪਣੇ ਭਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਮੇਨਟੇਨ ਵੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ। ਨਾਓ ਆਈ ਫੀਲ ਮੋਰ ਫਿਟ ਐਂਡ ਹੈਪੀ।
ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਹੋ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਧ ਰਹੇ ਭਾਰ ਤੋਂ ਪਰੇਸ਼ਾਨ ਤਾਂ ਮਿਲੋ ਬਲਬੀਰ ਲਹਿਲ ਨੂੰ 4166 602 7479। ਰੀਸ਼ੇਪ ਯੋਰ ਬਾਡੀ, ਰੀਡਿਸਕਵਰ ਯੋਰ ਲਾਈਫ।
ਡੇ ਐਂਡ ਰੌਸ ਕੰਪਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਟੀਮ ਡਰਾਈਵਰ ਚਾਹੀਦੇ ਨੇ। ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਟੂ ਵਿਨੀਪੈਗ 52 ਸੈਂਟ ਮੀਲ ਦੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੇ, ਪੈਨ ਟੂ ਪੈਨ, ਨੋ ਵੇਟਿੰਗ। ਦਲਜੀਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਗਰੇਵਾਲ ਦਾ ਫੋਨ ਨੰਬਰ 647 444 6744 647 444 6744।
Paradise is about compassion and care, and I was just about in tears when I heard for the first time live homeless, right? And that was the first time I also heard Natalie, and she's doing quite a piece of work there.
Yeah.
So do you want to tell us anything about homeless?
Yeah. I wrote this song when I lived in Paris, in France. I used to walk past a homeless guy every day in the street. His name was Alex. And so one day I sat down next to him and I said, tell me, Alex, how did you become homeless? And he told me it's a really sad story. He said he had a beautiful family, a wife and 2 kids, and he had a good job in the south of France working on the Côte d'Azur for a high fashion house. And one day he got a phone call, and it was from the police, and the police told him that his family, his wife and his 2 kids, had all been killed in a car accident. So he was so upset by this, he decided just to give up his life. He didn't want to live anymore. He just moved to Paris and he stayed on the streets, and he was homeless. He made himself homeless. So I wrote this song about him, but also about my own life, because I was homeless once when I was 19. I ran away from home and I sleeping on the streets in London. And the song is about compassion for homeless people, because if you go on the subway in Paris, there are a lot of fantastic musicians playing down there, and a lot of those musicians are homeless, but they're really talented, and we have to have compassion for homeless people, and any one of us can be homeless. Don't think you're safe. you could be homeless at any time. It depends on circumstance.
Okay, Paradise has to make homes for everybody. Pray
Yes.
for Paradise so everybody can have homes. Okay, go.
So, exactly, yeah. Well, everybody has a home in a real sense because we live inside our beautiful bodies. This is our true home. Okay? But, you know, I'm talking about the kind of home where you put your feet up and watch TV and, you know, have a few beers.
And keep your body safe.
So, yeah.
As much, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a song about compassion for others, basically. So this goes a bit like this. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Circle of their own. Their history, a mystery. Where do they come from? Where do they go? And as I sit and stare, my music fills the air. Is anybody there to listen to me? I breathe the air like you, and I can cry like you. One day you'll leave this place just like me. Here, but for the grace of God, you could be. No time to fear, no time to see. Imagine if the sun stood still. Without those trees, no you and me, and all our gains would be in vain. Why don't you look at me? Are you afraid to see I'm only human, just like you? And when you pass me by, if you should ask me why, how I became like this, you'd see. Here, but for the grace of God, you could be. Yeah.
That's something, yeah.